This hen has been broody for a couple of days. She loves you.
And she's happy.
What am I gonna do with these girls? Made a little makeshift, what do you call that? Hay feeder over on this opposite side of the barn over here. Because I think that Daisy maybe hasn't been letting Demelza eat much. She seems, I don't know, she seems a little thin to me. Feels like she's been losing some weight. So, and I know that Daisy was fighting her off of grain. So I had to start feeding them in 2 separate buckets. But I'm wondering if she is doing the same with the hay. Because she'll eat when I'm here. But as soon as I step away, she won't eat anymore. And that's what was going on with the grain. As long as I was in the room, they were fine. But as soon as I left, Daisy would start fighting her off. So I'm wondering if she's been hogging the hay as well. Daisy! So hopefully, with 2 hay feeders, she can't fight over both of them at the same time. Hopefully. This one's just super simple. Daisy. What? We're out here at the barn with the goaties, and we're gonna get a weight on them just for record so we know how much they're weighing, and just keep track of that. So all we have is a little people scale, so we're gonna have to do this the math way. Mike was kind enough to volunteer. In his words, what did you say?
Can't have a woman's weight on the internet for all to see.
So we're gonna put your weight on the internet for all the world to see.
Boy.
All right, go ahead so we can get our baseline.
Big old boots.
Yeah, blame the boots. Blame the boots. You need to tighten that. Okay, you're what?
64?
You have a different angle than me. Okay. 163-ish.
3-ish?
Okay. Now you gotta pick up a goat.
First.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, come here, you. Ooh, don't pee on me.
I don't think she will. Okay.
I can't see it now, so.
That's okay.
Hi.
Now we're at 194.
30?
It's about 30 pounds. You were so tiny. She doesn't weigh very much.
You look like you weigh a lot.
Yes, I think she does. And I think Demelza probably weighed more a week ago, but I think Daisy's been not letting her eat. So that's another reason we wanted to weigh her, so we could kind of keep track of that. She loves you.
And she's heavy.
Okay, sorry. Let's see. 208. What were you before?
163.
So what is that? 45?
40.
Am I mathing right?
What'd she say? What's that?
208.
45.
45?
I think so.
45. Okay. You're 45, my dear.
Like 15.
Hello. How are ya? You ready for breakfast? This hen has been broody for a couple of days. I'm not sure what to do about it. As I believe I've mentioned, we are attempting to convert our flock entirely over to a single dual purpose breed. That being said, I only have 8 eggs in the incubator right now, which really doesn't make up a whole flock. Especially when some of them may not hatch, and of the ones that do, probably about half will be roosters. So it's kind of a slow process. If I could get some more eggs like those, then I could just put those under her. That would be ideal, because it's much easier when the hen hatches the eggs than it is doing it in the incubator. It's a lot less work for the incubation process and for the raising of chicks process, because chicken does it all for you. But as of now, I've not been able to get those. So now what do I do? Because, as I said, Prince took an entire year to grow out. That's really slow. I really do not want that growth rate in my flock. But we're also planning to get rid of a lot of the older hens this fall when they slow down. So I will need egg layers over winter. Because, you know, like I said, there's not going to be that many Morans hatching out to replace them. So, do I just give her some barnyard mixes just to keep us in eggs over winter until we get more Morans next year? Do I give her mixed duck eggs? What should I do? She's just sitting on a golf ball at this point because I took all of her eggs, but it has turned out to be a beautiful day out here. It's like 65 degrees and sunny. We're about to go plant some beets. But first I wanted to tell you what's going on with Broody Mama over here. Let me double check. Yep, still in there. The other chickens did kick her out this morning so that they could lay eggs. So that was a little concerning, but she just kind of hung out right around this area. I really need to get that wire thrown away. But she just hung out around here very moodily until they got out, and then she hopped right back in there. And yeah, so I was able to get hold of my friend, and see, today is Monday. On Wednesday, I'm going to be meeting up with her to get some eggs for her to sit on. Goldie just jumped on top of the dog gate again. Why she jumps on the, what is that, 6 foot tall one instead of just going over the 4 foot? I don't know. Anyways, so I am going to get some more black silver Moran's eggs for her to sit on. In the meantime, I went ahead and got the fake eggs out of the nest boxes in the barn and put those in there so she'll have something to sit on to hopefully keep her sitting, because I'm just waiting to get the eggs and then she changes her mind about it. So, praying she doesn't do that so that she will be able to sit on those eggs and all will be well. So, time to plant some beets. That tastes good. You like that brush? You love that? I'm just out here brushing the goatees. Get some of that winter cashmere that's starting to fall out. Kind of help clean up their coats a bit because they're so fuzzy. Anyways, just sitting out here thinking, what am I going to share with you this week? We have several things going on. They're just not, you know, far enough along to do a full video on them yet. One of them is, bless you. We got an incubator going. That's still got another week to go. Garden's starting to get planted, but I showed you all of that last year, so I didn't want to like bore you with the same thing. So, you know, a lot of things started, but they're like in the intermediate stages. So I guess I'll just show you little bits of this and that. Miss Daisy's still being a butt about the food. I thought she was doing a little bit better, but I don't know. Demelza still seems to be not consistently getting food. There were several days where I could tell that her rumen was full. In fact, it's not too bad today, I guess. But then I've also seen Daisy still chasing her off some. So still trying to figure that one out. I might up her grain. The problem is Daisy also tries to steal that. So I might have to just tie her up until the grain is gone. So yeah, that's what's going on with the goaties. Ornery as ever. Eating this brush. Does it taste good? Goober. So yeah, goods are good. Just gotta trying to get some weight on little Demelza here and just keep them healthy until breeding time. Miss Sally here is always on her own still. She still thinks she's a chicken and wants to be in with the chickens. I don't think she's actually ever been bred because she just completely keeps her distance from the other ducks and they just ignore her. The rest of the ducks are back there. And of course the others are over here in the main yard. I really, since splitting them up, have not seen as much breeding happening on either side of the fence. Actually, I'm not sure that Mr. Pekin Drake, I don't think I've seen him breed at all since we split him up, which is weird. But I'm sure it's happening. I'm just not seeing it because I'm not out here all the time. But they're definitely not as aggressive about it. Sometimes I'll see them over here like fighting through the fence. But they're not being as aggressive with the females now that we split them up. So I guess that's a good thing because girls are not going to be overbred. But we do want to make sure that we actually have fertile eggs when the time comes for hatching them. So I guess we'll just trust that they're doing their job whether or not we see it. So it'll be another couple of weeks before we start collecting those to hatch. And then I'm still hoping that one of the ducks, or shoot, even a chicken, goes broody at that time so they can hatch it, because it'd be a lot nicer than having to do it myself in an incubator. We do have one broody hen currently, actually. So here we are on Wednesday. She is still broody. She's still hanging out in this little coop, which is really an ideal spot for her to be nesting. So I don't have to worry about moving her or anything. I can just shut the door at night to keep her safe. She's out of the way. She's in her private space, which would be perfect for having little chickies in there when they hatch. So she picked a good spot. So we're going to leave her in there. I got some eggs from a friend today. Tonight, when we lock everybody up, I will put those under her, hoping that because it's dark, she won't freak out or realize what's going on as much. And so we'll be able to do that a little more seamlessly, and then hope she hatches them all out. It is now night. We're going out to lock up the animals, and I also have these hatching eggs to put under Broody Hen. So hopefully she'll take them and sit on them, and then we will get babies. So Mike's holding an umbrella because it's raining, and we don't want to get these wet because it'll mess up the bloom. So hopefully we have enough hands here. Excuse me, Mama Hen. I have some eggs for you. All underneath you. I'll get these other ones. Have a good night. It's up to her now. What am I going to do with these girls? Now Gretchen's broody again. I didn't get enough eggs for both of you. Now what am I gonna do? I came in here, she was actually sleeping. Like, I talked to her and she was zonked. She didn't wake up till I started petting her, but look at this. Look at this. She has pulled out all of her feathers. They do that to help keep the eggs warmer by being up against their skin. Yeah, I see you. What am I gonna do about that, huh? What am I gonna do with you? So I came in here to lock up the girls tonight, and I had asked a friend if she wanted any hatching chicks because if she wanted any chicks hatched because she was supposed to be getting some last month and it fell through. And Gretchen was actually one of her first chickens that she had given to me. So anyways, I had asked her if she wanted any. She did. Her husband said no. So I was like, okay, then we're just going to take these eggs from Gretchen because we don't need her broody right now. Later, perhaps if duck eggs are ready, then I could just throw them under her and that would be great. But right now I didn't really need her broody. So I came in here to get the eggs and look, she done changed her mind about being broody. So that solves my problem. I'll just go ahead and take those. But if I recall correctly, I think she did this last year where she just played broody for a day here and there, and then it got to a point, because I mean, see, she was already pulling out feathers and everything. Got to a point where she got serious. And they ended up not hatching, but can't tell if there's any eggs under this duck over here. So we'll keep an eye on her. Maybe next time she decides to be broody for serious, then we'll have something to put under her. But right now, we don't.